Most people believe life is meant to unfold in a simple way. You grow up, you study, you work hard. And somewhere along the road, you are supposed to meet the person who fits perfectly into your life. The one. But for Charlie Moore, life had stopped feeling simple a long time ago. His days were filled with contracts, meetings, deadlines, and endless responsibilities. Sitting behind the wheel with both hands gripping tightly, he often wondered if he was even driving towards something meaningful, or simply moving because life expected him to. Charlie had done everything right. College, law school, a respectable career. From the outside, he looked like a man who had it all together. But inside, he felt completely lost. He thought back to the days when life was easier, when love didn't need to be planned, when dating wasn't complicated by careers, money, and expectations. Back then, people just met, laughed, and existed in the moment. Now everything felt heavy. He often asked himself why adulthood made the small things disappear, while the unimportant things became so consuming. Sometimes, he wished he could go back, not because he wanted to be younger, but because he wanted to feel something real again. Charlie's friends told him he needed to go out more, meet people, stop overthinking. But Charlie wasn't sure he believed in it anymore. Relationships seemed like doors that never truly closed, just slowly drifted until everything faded away. He didn't want temporary. He didn't want half-hearted. He wanted something simple. Someone he could sit beside in silence, staring at the ocean without needing words. Someone he could lie with in a field, watching clouds drift past, waiting for stars to appear. But he didn't know where that girl was, or if she even existed. Then one evening, everything changed. It was meant to be an ordinary night, a charity event raising money for thyroid cancer research. Charlie attended because it was expected of him. Another obligation in his adult life. Ally was there too, tagging along with a friend at the last minute. She didn't belong in Charlie's world of suits and business conversations. She was nervous, overwhelmed, and out of place. And then, in the middle of the evening, a small accident happened. A drink spilled. Embarrassment rushed to her face. She apologized over and over, mortified. Charlie could have walked away. But instead, he stayed. He smiled. He helped. And in that moment, something shifted. Later, away from the noise and the crowd, they found themselves upstairs on a quiet balcony. Rain fell softly in the distance, the city glowing below them. And suddenly, two strangers were talking like they had known each other for years. Ally admitted she hated public speaking. The speaker for the event had cancelled, and she'd been forced into giving a speech. She was terrified. Charlie listened, truly listened, in a way most people didn't. And Ally noticed something in him too, a loneliness beneath his calm professionalism. Their conversation drifted into deeper places. Art, philosophy, why certain things are beautiful. Ally spoke about aesthetics, about how design isn't only about appearance but about meaning. A fighter jet looks powerful not because of its shape alone, but because of what it represents: speed, strength, purpose. Charlie was fascinated, not only by her words, but by the way she saw the world. For the first time in a long time, he didn't feel trapped inside routine. As the night ended and their friends left, neither of them wanted it to finish. Charlie asked quietly, "Are you hungry?" Ally said yes, not just for food, but for life, for moments that mattered. So they left together, driving through quiet roads away from the city lights, talking, laughing, listening to the sound of tires on pavement. Charlie admitted he loved driving at night, letting the road carry his thoughts. Ally admitted she loved the small things, roadside juice stands, tiny moments people ignore. Charlie realized she understood something about life that most people forgot. They spoke about films, about scenes that stayed with you long after they ended. And somewhere in the middle of it all, the night stopped feeling like chance. It started feeling like fate. Later, Charlie took her somewhere special. A beach. Empty. Silent. The world felt paused. They stood together as the dark sky slowly softened, the horizon beginning to glow. Ally whispered, "It's beautiful." Charlie replied, "It's more than that." They spoke about how people take simple things for granted. Sunrises, silence, time, Ally mentioned swans, how they mate for life. How once they find their partner, they never leave. Charlie smiled, but the thought struck deeply. Wasn't that what he'd been searching for? Not perfection. Not convenience. Just something lasting. Something true. Then reality returned. Ally's flight was in 2 hours. Time was running out. Charlie drove her back, every mile feeling like something was slipping away. Ally looked at him and said softly, "Have you ever met someone who makes everything feel like it finally fits?" Charlie didn't answer immediately, because the answer was standing right beside him. At the airport, the air felt heavy. Ally hugged him. Charlie gave her a small gift. Something simple, but now it carried memory. She smiled through tears. They exchanged numbers. Ally whispered, "One night wasn't enough." Charlie replied, "A lifetime wouldn't be enough." And then she turned, walking toward her flight. Charlie stood frozen, watching her disappear into the crowd. His chest tightened. His mind screamed. His heart refused. And suddenly, he ran. He reached her breathless, desperate, and said the words that changed everything. "I'm not getting on that plane." Ally froze. Charlie stepped closer. "I don't want this to be just a memory. I don't want to go back to my life pretending tonight didn't matter. Just stay." Ally's eyes filled with emotion. In that moment, she understood. Some people spend years searching. Some never find it. But sometimes, life gives you one night. That becomes the beginning of everything. And as the world blurred around them, they kissed. Not like strangers, but like two souls who had been waiting far too long. Because sometimes, the person you've been looking for isn't part of your plan. They're the reason your plan finally changes. If you enjoyed this emotional story of love, fate, and second chances, then don't forget to support the channel. Hit the like button, because it truly helps more than you realize. And if you want to experience more beautiful romantic movies like this one, make sure you subscribe right now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Drop a comment below and tell us, do you believe one night can change a lifetime? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.